Today we're going to learn how to make the famous Rumi braid, but we're going to make it temporary. We're going to make it a clip, that way you can use it over and over and over again. Because if you have kids like me who want to be Rumi all day, every day, you want to make sure that you could utilize this over and over again. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and create our own little Rumi braid. For this tutorial, I'm using 3 packets of the 26-inch purple hair extension. The one in my hair currently is 12-inch and I used 4 packets. We also have these clear elastics. You're going to need a lot of them. We're starting off with 2 of the extension packets, and I love that there's like a black rubber band in the middle that shows exactly where the centerpiece is. You can use only one and split it in 2, but I do actually like using both so that it's really fluffy and big and voluminous in the beginning. I'm crisscrossing them and I'm going to use the elastic to tie one end. That way it's secure, and that's going to be our center point. To make the braiding easier, we're going to tie this up onto a bar. You could also tape this down. I like to use that center black rubber band to just kind of help this whole process. Now we're going to do this dragon braid or the Dutch braid or the pull-through braid. Currently our hair is in 3 strands, so we're going to be tying the outer 2 together behind the middle. Now take the middle strand and you're going to split it in half. Take these 2 halves and tie them behind the strand that came from the left and right. This is going to create that raised braided effect, and this is the pattern that we're going to be using throughout this whole entire braid. Make sure you're also fluffing along the way, that way you don't have to do it all at the end. We'll continue this pattern by splitting the middle strand and tucking it behind the back and tying the back 2 strands. Repeat this pattern all the way through, and if you want to add additional length, I'm going to use my 3rd extension packet to do that. Using a clip during the whole process is going to be a lot easier, but we're going to start using it now. To extend your extension length, I'm going to be using the black rubber band from the extension and tying it all around the shorter back length. Once all tied, bring back that first layer down and you're going to try to blend it all in together. Now we're splitting this in half again so we could continue this pattern. When you're splitting it in half, you want to split it like the front and back. That way the pattern is not disrupted. Split the top layer in half and bring that towards the back again so that the back layer is now exposed. It also may be easier to use a clip to clip up the back layer to the top. That way it's not disruptive and you could keep the clean braid look. And continue this braid all the way to the end, and then once you're done, you're going to fluff everything up so that it looks nice and fluffy, so that it looks like the Rumi braid. The fun thing about this extension is that if you want to make it longer, you could just add an additional one on the bottom and make it all the way to the ground. To put this onto your hair, I'm actually using these little hair clips. I found some at Target as well as the Dollar Tree. We're going to put these clips into the braid itself. So I'm actually hiding it on the back and kind of grabbing both sides of the braid. That way it's going to grab both sides of your braid and the hair of your child. If your extension isn't as thick, you could actually put it from the front and then just clip it onto the back layer, and that's going to work out just fine. I'm also using the small clips to kind of clip the 2 sides on the very top. That way it will be really secure and it's not going to move around as your kid is running around all day. Depending on how big your extension is as well as your child, you may want to put in 2 or 3 of the little clips along the path of the braid. Now that it's all clipped, let me exactly show you how I'm going to put this on my daughter's hair. I am going to tie her hair with the same exact elastics and maybe do like 3 or 4 ponytails. You can actually do the Dutch braid on your kid and then attach it that way, but I'm just going to do it the quick and easy way, and we're just going to do maybe like 3 or 4 ponytails downwards. So position your braid into the center of their hair, and now you're going to start clipping everything together. This is why I like to have the side ones, because it's going to keep the side on and it's going to be sturdy. And then with all the little clips that we have at the center of the braid, you can now attach it to the little ponytails that you did down their hair. Depending on how long their braid is, you may need to utilize their hair and kind of braid it into our Rumi braid. So you're going to just do the same exact thing where you split it in half and kind of braid it into it, and then you're going to need to kind of fluff up your Rumi braid so that it kind of hides it. I'm also going to be using purple hairspray to get some little color, that way it could kind of help hide the hair color. But overall, this is going to be great for our kids. Well, I hope this tutorial was really easy to follow and you were able to create your own Rumi braid. If you create your own Rumi braid, make sure you tag me down below so that I can see your creations and cheer you on. Happy Halloween!